All right, my friends, this is Donnie and Sandra, and we are once again in the kitchen. We are taking some downtime from our RV travels, and we're having some fun in the kitchen. And you'll see us doing some hiking trips, and so just a little bit of this and that while we are downtime from our 100 county travels that we've been doing. And so we got 45 counties left before we will have all 100 counties done. And so, but during this little momentary ceasefire, we're having some fun with milling our own grain. We just started doing that about a month ago, and Sandra has just finished. She's in the process. You got what, 3 loaves?
3 loaves of bread.
3 loaves in the oven, and she just finished these hamburger buns and hot dog buns, and these are freshly milled grain that was used to make this. And so this is going to be really interesting. And so
the first time I've tried it, it's the same bread recipe, you just make it a different shape.
Different shape of it, different form. The now we've noticed that the bread that we've made will last about 4.5 days. And so the bread that starts to become close to that time that if we haven't eaten it by the 4th day, we make French toast out of it and we stick it in the freezer. And we are going to use that food for when we go on our RV trips. And so,
or in the middle of the night or midnight snack, we want some French toast.
Yeah, and so, but that's what we're going to do, guys. We're not going to waste it and throw it away. We're going to make French toast out of it and have some real easy breakfasts or snacks when we're taking our motorhome trips. But what are we doing today?
Today we're making a cake of cornbread.
Cornbread, and you've got the beans already cooked, and we're going to cook our cornbread in this skillet right here, this cast iron skillet. So exactly, what is cornbread made out of?
Okay, so cornbread, we're going to use soft white wheat, and then we're also going to use a combination of yellow corn and white corn. You can do either all yellow or all white, but I want to do a half and half. So,
okay, all right. So you're going to measure this out?
Yeah, so we're going to do 96 grams is a cup of milled flour. Ooh,
okay.
lost one.
And this soft white wheat that she's using right here, this is the same stuff we make our cream of wheat out of.
Yep.
And so very nutritious. Yep. We had some of that this morning, and brought our son some also for the first time. He really enjoyed it.
Yep. Okay.
And what we'll do, guys, is she's going to use a little bit of the white corn and yellow corn. When she gets this measured out, we're going to put it into the miller.
Okay, we'll pour it all in. I got it. Flour and our cornmeal milled in the bowl, and if you'll look, I didn't do it as fine flour. There's still some graininess to it, just a little grittiness. That's what you want. So not as gritty as I did the grits, but kind of in between that and the fine flour.
Now the recipe, you're going to type it out, and it will be in the description below.
Yes.
So you guys, anything that you figured you might have missed, just look in the description below, and we'll have it there for you.
And I'm also modifying the recipe just a little bit because there's a couple of things that I did not agree with. So, okay. So here we go. We got our 2 cups of cornmeal and flour. We're going to add 3.5 teaspoons of baking powder and 1 teaspoon of salt. And then we're going to combine those together a little bit. Then I have 1 egg plus a little bit more because I brushed those buns with some egg wash to make the sesame seeds stick. So I didn't want to waste that egg. So we're just putting a little over a whole egg. It's probably 1 very large egg, like extra large egg. Break that up a little bit. Then I've got 3 tablespoons of butter, melted butter. This recipe called for olive oil, and I'm sorry, I'm from the South. I am just not putting olive oil in cornbread. I know it'll probably be healthier for you, but I'm only putting 3 tablespoons to be okay.
Keeping that Southern tradition.
Yeah. So, and this is also a very controversial ingredient. Now, my mother and my grandparents, if they were still living, my mother's still living, but my granny was still living. She found out that I put some honey in my cornbread.
Well, I put honey on cornbread when I'm eating it.
But
so you're just beating it to the punch.
I'm on team sugar in your cornbread. My mama is not team sugar in your cornbread. So I'm going to put some honey.
Oh, I'm telling.
It's 1/3 of a cup. She's going to be like, if she ever comes to my house, she ain't going to eat my cornbread. Oh.
I'm going to have to get a spoon or put my finger in there and lick out the rest of that honey.
Yeah.
Woo!
It's mostly coming out. Okay. Then
it's a sin to waste honey.
Then the recipe called for a cup of milk of your choice. So I'm using buttermilk. That's something else I would never use, like a nut butter in cornbread. That is just like sacrilegious.
Mm-hmm. An abomination.
Yeah. That's not good. We ain't doing that. Okay. All right. You don't want to over mix this. You just want to mix it till you don't see any more dry flour.
Mmm.
Smells good already. Okay. So I'm gonna a little bit of egg right there, maybe. Get that egg mixed up too. Okay. Yeah, I do. I smell the buttermilk. You can smell it. All right. Do not want to overmix a cornbread.
Don't overdo it.
Oh. So I've got this cast iron skillet that's been greased with butter. You can grease it with butter. You can grease it with Crisco. I've greased mine with butter. Just something. It shouldn't stick anyways if you've got it very well seasoned.
Oh, yeah.
All that goodness.
All the goodness.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
All right. We're waiting for bread to come out of the oven. As soon as it does, we're going to pop this in the oven at 400. Let's see. I think it was 25 minutes. 400 for 20 to 25 minutes.
Boy, that is going to be good.
All right, we'll see you back when we're done with our bowl of beans.
All right, it is ready. And we've taken a slice out and took a nibble off of it. And it is really good. Mm-hmm. The honey gave it that nice little sweetness.
But it's not overly sweet.
It's not overly sweet. I think you said it was calling for...
It called for 2/3 of a cup of honey, and that I thought was going to be way too much.
Yeah.
So if we'd have put 2/3, it would have been too sweet.
Yeah.
It'd be almost like a cake.
Yeah. This is really good. Mm-hmm. And a nice full flavor. Mm-hmm. And the grains and all. And so we're going to be having it with some beans. Mm-hmm. And this is for later on tonight. It's still kind of early in the day. But she's been baking bread like crazy, guys. Yep. And I'm going to have to bring a fan in here because it's getting warm. Yep. And so, but she, at any rate, guys, we hope that you've enjoyed this. It's very easy. You don't need a special mixer to mix it with. You can do it by hand. And very easy. Easy recipe and very nutritious. And again, look in the description below, and Sandra's going to type out the recipe for it. And we hope you guys like it. Let us know what you think.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.